Yes. It's your man right here, Curtin ICE, shadesradio.com, hiphoplives.net. Catch me on Twitter at KURTNICEHHL, Kurt Nice HHL on Twitter. And we're doing a test right now. Let me see if this works.
But guess what? You can't sell out unless somebody wants to buy in. Nobody wants to buy into cannabis anymore. That's why he's opening up his notepad at a freestyle battle. So if that's what y'all guys want for y'all life, y'all keep repping that real hip-hop life, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was kind of painful to hear the boos and everything as he was trying to do it.
It wasn't painful to me because I sat there and I looked and I said, that's what real hip-hop gets you. You know what I'm saying? That's what real hip-hop gets you. And the truth of the matter is all the true hip-hop artists used to do stuff like that. Biggie was in cyphers. Jay was in cyphers. DMX, those guys were in cyphers, but they all grew and they all evolved and they became multi-platinum selling artists and they started doing other things. I mean, God Bless the Dead with Biggie. You know, DMX was doing movies. Was DMX not hip-hop just because he started doing movies? Like, it bugs me. This real hip-hop conversation bugs me out. Because I don't understand what people consider real hip-hop and what they don't consider real hip-hop. It's like anything that's profitable and successful is not real hip-hop. And that makes no sense to me.
Well, that was Charlemagne giving his opinion on real hip-hop versus mainstream or sellout or pop hip-hop. Right? And that's an interesting conversation because even in looking at some of the comments on there, and shout outs to Vlad TV for posting that, they're getting mad views off of having Charlemagne comment on different shit, and big ups to them for that. And hey, big up to Charlemagne for doing his thing. I don't always agree with him, and but I understand why he does what he's doing. I mean, he's basically copying what Star did from Star and Buck Wild. You know, just he's basically using that as an image to come out and say the outlandish or controversial things in rap that he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's working for him. It's getting mad views. And I know Vlad's loving it. You know what I'm saying? If he's partnered up with YouTube like he is. So it's interesting what he said about real hip hop. And I understand what he's saying. I do understand exactly what Charlemagne is saying. Like I said, I don't always agree with him. And on this point, I can't say that I actually do agree with him, but I do understand what he's saying. All right. That's where real hip hop gets you. Not selling out, you know, to where cannabis is. That's what he's saying. But no. That's not what we're talking about. When cats are talking about real hip hop, they're talking about, use other examples. Use an example like Common, for instance. Mos Def, for instance. They're real hip hop. They never sold out, you know, but they do other things. You know, Mos Def has done Broadway. He's done fucking political shit. He's done, you know, movies, you know, so he does a lot of multifaceted things. Common does Coke commercials and TV spots and stuff, and he's been in movies as well. So, but they're real hip hop. When you listen to their hip hop, it's different than listening to any of these cats in the mainstream that you want to name. All right, all these cats that just say anything just to get money. See, they're actual hip hop artists. Mos Def, Common, without selling out. Charlemagne was bringing up LL, and LL is a for real hip hop artist too, but for the females. I mean, he's for real hip hop for the females, I guess you could say. But a for real hip hopper doesn't really. I mean, how much of LL shit do you really like? If you really think about it, how many songs does he make for dudes that listen to hip hop? His songs are mostly for females. And yes, LL is a sellout. He's been a sellout almost since day one. Ever since he did I Need Love, he realized where his market was going to be, and he got in that lane and he stayed in it. You know what I mean? And he tried to come back off it at different times, like especially like when he tried to battle cannabis. Okay, but he was always that dude that took, you know, rapping to the mainstream level. Okay, and it's in the most clear evidence of it is that most recent record he did with the country artists. You know, that Ebony and Ivory type of country artist song he did, which is unplayable. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard it one time, but it was damaging. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to really test and see if we could even hear that Charlemagne thing. And I'm going to use this as a test to check that out, but because that's the first time I'm trying that. But one thing I also wanted to get into was the idea that he talked about rap battles. All right, now, most recently, Ebro, who's a program director up there at Hop 97 in New York, one of the biggest markets for hip-hop, or one of the biggest music markets, period, is New York, the New York market, right? Which encompasses Jersey, too. It's not just New York, it's actually New York and New Jersey. All right. Ebro said that he doesn't like rap battles because they're childish and boring. And there's been a big backlash in the rap battle scene about that. About, how the hell is he going to say this? And then the dude from Smack DVD URL battles, he came back and said something. And he didn't even diss Ebro at all. He just said, how you going to talk bad about it when rap battles is the biggest thing going on right now? And he basically just invited him down to the show. He was kind of kissing his ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The dude was, he just really wants some love from Hot 97 because he knows who Ebro is. So he just looks at him like, I just want some love from him. I don't want to start a beef with him. But and this might surprise some of y'all too. And Ebro's another one. This is why I'm bringing this up. Ebro's another one that I never usually agree with at all. All right, he brings the lowest common denominator set to Hot 97. He's the program director, so he plays all the bullshit music that you hear 24 hours a day. He's kind of in charge of that. Now we all know that he ain't really in charge. There's somebody over him telling him what to do, but he's kind of responsible. His name is in the program director slot where it says this is the person responsible for picking all the music. All right. So when you hear bullshit every day on Hot 97, you can blame Ebro for that. Okay. And he'll give you a bunch of excuses about this is what people request and all that bullshit. But we all know what the deal is between the payola and guaranteeing free spots on Hot 97 Summer Jam. You might not have to get payola from a motherfucker, but if they say, okay, I'm going to perform on Summer Jam for free as long as you play my record 20 times a day, it's the same thing. All right. So we already know that trick. But in this instance, I actually kind of agree with Ebro in the sense of I understand what he says when he's saying that rap battles are boring and almost a little bit childish. Now, the reason I'm going to say that is this. Because there's no rules. The shit is not regulated properly. When you just got two cats going back and forth with each other, seeing who could talk shit the most, that's kind of corny to me. That's not a true test of MC skill. That's not a true test of MCing ability, and that doesn't tell you which one of these people is better. You're just looking at one element, who could talk shit the best. That's just one element of MCing. All right. Like, again, you can look at the video about, the end of the week, MC challenge. That's a for real MC challenge. All right. That's a for real test of skills for MCs. All right. The regular battling, when you just got random niggas and people like, oh, Loaded Lux and Math Hoffa and, Iron Solomon and this one and that one. And there's a lineage and I understand all of that. But at a certain point, it gets very repetitive. I don't understand how. I've seen a lot of battles. I've judged a lot of battles in New York. You know what I'm saying? I've judged a lot of battles. And they're like the ones that you see. The better ones that you see, obviously, are the ones that end up everybody sees those. You see the best ones, right? But there's a lot of whack ones, too. And and if you end up judging battles, you're going to judge a lot of that shit, too. All right? So for me, hearing so many MCs say the same basic shit over and over again, that shit is not fly. That shit is not what it could be. All right, so I do understand that. Now, we're going to see what y'all think, and y'all are most welcome to comment on this video, and I hope you do. Comment on it, comment on the page. Go to shadesvideo.com page and check for the post. And you can make a comment there, but also just on the 9 Elements page on Facebook, hiphoplives.net page, make comments there also. All right. Or you can, like I say, hit me on my Twitter. That's at KURTNICEHHL. Kurt Nice HHL stands for Hip Hop Lives. All right. Catch me on Twitter right there, and tell me what you think. All right. I'm your man Kurt Nice. HipHopLives.net, ShadesRadio.com. Peace.